how do you manage that kind of weight? Like that's such a tough thing to do, to have the output that you're talking about. I mean, even if we reflect a little bit on your training, like that's a lot of sweat, that's a lot of calories burned constantly, especially if you're training like that on top of your time on the mats, your time teaching, right? All of
Mhm.
this stuff is output. And if you're already someone lean with a high metabolism, like what do you eat to maintain? You must just be consuming food constantly.
So that you see, my husband's always just like you're constantly snacking, constantly eating. So the thing is, for sure, I'm not one person that just wakes up and eats. It's just never. I just grown into this habit of
Me
kind of
either.
like fasting almost. Like I do like
Hmm.
almost intermittent fasting. My last meal could be like at 11 o'clock at night, but I won't have my first meal until the following day, 2 or 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it's like I'll
And that's
go
just like
just it,
feel.
yeah, just like I'll wake up in the
Yeah.
morning, I'll do morning class, and like I'll train. It's probably like an hour and a half, and I just won't get hungry, especially if I do drink like some coffee. I hadn't drinking coffee for like almost 3 months. I had like my first shot of little colada like 2 days ago. But I try to give up some coffee, make some little lifestyle changes. But
Yeah.
but especially when I'm drinking coffee, man, I feel like I just won't eat, and I'll just again, and I'm
Hmm.
already a high drive energy person, so it's like I'm going constantly going at like 110 speed. But one thing I did incorporate that in the last 2 years, 3 years that I've noticed that has helped me maintain my weight and just honestly just made me feel better was um, I was a vegetarian before. And like, a
Mm.
lot of people when they think, oh, you're a vegetarian, you must be so healthy. And I'm like, yeah, I love vegetables. I love my greens. I love my fruits. But it's like you could be an unhealthy vegetarian as well. And not everybody's gut or body takes on to legumes like beans and stuff as well. And it's like I love
Yeah.
beans. I'm Hispanic. I grew up in a Spanish household where my mom cooked beans like every day. But beans just don't love me back, bro. They just don't love me back. Like I felt the unhealthiest and like just
Yeah.
kind of like the grossest when I was a vegetarian. I just never felt like good if that's to say, like I just always felt like
Yeah.
either bloated or just like full all the time or just and I'd be like, I ate, it's been 6 hours, I should eat again, but I still feel like gassy, like. So
Yeah.
I started incorporating fish, like some seafood. I've always loved fish and seafood and all that stuff. So I started eating my husband Eric likes to go out on his canoe or his kayak, and he likes
Yeah.
to go fishing. So he'll catch me fresh fish almost like every week, and he'll bring me like nine,
Nice.
7 or 9 fish, and that I kind of like I'll eat that throughout the week and stuff, or I'll incorporate like shrimp in my diet and stuff. And I notice that I stay fuller, and I just feel better when I eat like that
Yeah.
protein source. So yeah, for the most part, I like to eat a lot of avocados, like fruits, salads. I love white rice. I know a lot of people are like, no, brown rice
I eat
or
white rice every day. I'm
dude.
like huge on white rice.
Oh,
I
come
love
on.
it.
I'm just like, I wash my rice probably like 10 times, but I'm like, we got to look at the facts, man. I'm like, white rice has been around for years. We were just having this conversation with some of my guys at the gym because they were like, you don't eat brown rice or anything. And I'm like, I don't do brown rice. Brown rice is not something that I feel good when I eat. For some reason, I love white rice, and it's something I've eaten grown up. Again, I wash my rice. I know a lot of people don't wash their rice. I wash my rice like probably 10 times to take out all the starch, and I like to cook it with some garlic, some onion, some olive oil, and some salt. And I could just scoop that right from the bowl itself. But white rice has been around for hundreds and hundreds of years. Like our ancestors have eaten. Brown
Yeah,
rice is
and
like
it's
the new fad, Like I
white
just,
rice is just it's a nothing. It's like
yeah,
it's not good or bad. I mean, it's calorically low. It's nutritious.
yeah,
It's nutrition. No, it's nutritionally empty. It's like a nothing.
like
But
yeah,
like
corn.
I like white rice
Yeah,
better than I like brown rice.
yeah,
And if your output is as much as yours is, who fucking cares?
yeah, and
Like
like
it's not that big of a deal.
yeah, my husband was telling me, he was just like, why is it that you like burn so many calories? Like, I'm like, dude, let's look at it this way. I was just like, giving my mindset, given my high drive, given my competitiveness. I'm like, if we're in a training room and you have 10 guys that are around your size, I was like, you're going to have a fairly easy training day, you know? I was just like,
Right.
given my size, my mentality, my competitive, my drive, I was like, if I'm in the same room with you, with those 10 guys, I was like, I'm probably going to burn 3 times the amount of calories that you're going to burn, if not
You're
four.
just gonna have to work a lot harder.
Exactly. I was
Yeah.
like, the effort that I'm putting out, I was like, it's so different. And he sees it too, because sometimes the guys on the mat are like, dude, I thought you were the nice one. Like, you know, like they'll go with me and then they'll go with him. And they're like, what the fuck? And it's just, again, because I'm just constantly high paced, just not nonstop.
Yeah.
So I just told him, I was like, I feel like I just burn more. Like the effort is just a little bit more because I'm smaller. And it's just, I'm probably just burning a lot more calories than he is.